So there have been a few bug fix patches and small balance changes and things like that. One thing that I noticed, the most significant thing for me was that that I saw at least was that Defect as an Act 3 boss got slightly changed and now actually punishes rare cards instead of punishing powers, which is interesting. Yeah, we'll see how that feels when we get to them. Today I plan to play the Guardian. I wanna find out how the overhauled defensive mode feels now that it's finalized. Yeah. So let's jump into the game on Ascension level 5. Which, on top of making elites spawn more often, making all encounters deadlier, also lets us heal less after boss battles. Hey the Duke, welcome! Oh, new energy symbol for the Guardian. Interesting. Looks like Curl Up was buffed a bit. Gain 10 block if in defensive mode, otherwise brace 10. Upgrades to 13 and 13. That makes it a bit more useful. What is our starting mode shift amount again? Is it 20? I think it's 20. So... Upgrade a card, obtain 100 souls or 250 souls for 24 damage. Boss Orb is also not the worst idea. I think the bronze gear might be a bit underwhelming. Hey Chris, welcome! Glad to see you guys all here. Maybe I try a boss swap with the Guardian. I don't do boss swaps that often. But honestly, I should probably just go for the early merchant with the extra gold. 250 souls, an early merchant, that could really define our run. Then we get to fight an elite there. And then probably go for a rest site and another elite. Some question marks on the way. Could also go for this merchant and skip the early elite. Well, we can always skip the early elite, so we should probably go for the left merchant. Yeah, as tempting as I am to finally do a boss swap run with... let me adjust my chair here a little bit. With the Guardian, I think what I really want to do here is gain the gold and go for the early merchant. Let's take 24 here and then move out. I don't want to recall too early, I think. Although, what do I smith? Do I smith the Twin Slam? It's decent damage boost. I don't think I smithed the Curl Up. That's not really that impressive. No, I think I just go with the recall because the early smith seems a bit less important with the Guardian. Resubbing despite the lack of monster train. This sub is for Luna. Yay! Thank you, Chris. Sorry for the lack of monster train, but we'll get back to it eventually, for sure. Not just the DLC, actually at the end of the week there's gonna be a monster train tournament, which I am definitely gonna be participating in. I can't really stream the qualifiers because they don't happen simultaneously for each player. So other people could use that stream to gain info, but I will certainly record them and upload them to YouTube after the event is done. This time it's Nate, never Nathaniel, who is organizing the tournament. And the format is going to be custom challenges. For this specific one, they will be themed around the classic champions. And there are a couple... Oops, didn't want to play that defend there. There will be 2 qualifier runs, and the top 10 for each qualifier run will be invited for the quarterfinals, then semifinals, and then finals. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure how the finals are gonna play out, but we'll see. Reroute, Sapphire, Roll Attack. Look forward to your second crown. Well, I think I should be able to qualify, but by now there are a couple of very good Monster Train players out there, so there will definitely be fierce competition. Sapphire for more Brace. Roll Attack with Brace 8 isn't even bad. Reroute, I really like Reroute. Where do we go? We could take Sapphire, it's just always gonna be somewhat useful. Never gonna be really exciting. Do I think I'm better at Hell Rush than pure or expert challenges? That's a bit hard to say. I think in general I am better at the... That is really difficult to say. I mean, back when I used to do daily challenges every day, I was definitely very good at normal challenges, just adapting to the mutators and scoring highly. I'm not sure how it looks now. Maybe I should do 1 or 2 training streams, just playing some daily challenges and stuff like that. Better. Do you think better than most, or do you think better and faster than most? I think I'm not actually that much faster. The experience helps me in Hell Rush a lot, but other players are probably better at playing fast. Like, I never did speedruns on Monster Train, for example, but I know quite a few people who did. I'm gonna go for the Roll Attack. Let's see what this merchant tries to do to us. Brace 8 plus Curl Up will be the full block. Roll Attack. The numbers on that card are solid now. Really like the spikes damage we did there. 16 damage on a 2-cost attack isn't even bad. Ruby, Shield Spikes, and Ancient Power. Gain a dex and an artifact and a random power card to your hand. Exhaust. It costs 1 less this combat on top of it, but it stays 2 cost. Gain 12 block, gain 4 temporary thorns if in defensive mode, otherwise Brace 8. Upgrades to 15 and 6. These brace values look quite reasonable now. 12 block, Brace 8. It's not quite as exciting as Roll Attack, but it's solid. Comparable to something like a Flame Shield. 2 cost, 12 block. Some extra benefits. Don't want a Ruby. Ancient Power would allow us to use temporary stats to scale. I'm not sure if I really want Ancient Power. I think it's a bit unexciting right now. I'll take the shield spikes. Aquamarine is always one of my favorites. Amber really would help us build around stasis. There's also the peace pipe, meat on the bone. We are already pretty low and I always like having a meat on the bone. Floating orbs. Huh. I feel like I should go for the meat on the bone here. Quick study, choose one of 3 boss cards, add it into your hand, it costs 0 until played. I'll go for the meat. What else? I think it's a card removal. On a strike. It might actually be on a defend. Yeah, I'm gonna remove a defend. Mostly because there's Gremlin Knob as a potential fight pretty soon. I don't think I want the random curse for 2 upgrades. That's... Roll attack versus shield spikes. I think, yeah, let's go with roll attack. I want the damage first and foremost, and defense is important, but it does come second. Alright, that puts us in defensive mode. Very nice. Another roll attack. That's also a fragmented gem. I really like that one. Vent Steam isn't bad, but I think I'm gonna go with the gem. There's the Gremlin Knob. Brace 10 is better than Brace 8, obviously. This puts us in defensive mode, which is nice. Helps us defend here. And we gain another 10 this turn. Probably not worth playing the fragmented gem for just 4 damage. We are still fully defended against the next hit, but the turn afterwards we're gonna take extra damage. How much damage can I reasonably get next turn? 26. Crystal Shift is 4 damage, so even with the Crystal Shift we wouldn't have enough. And I'm okay with taking 1 more hit here. This is a bit larger than I wanted it to be, but the hit we are taking here. But it's okay. And we now have meat on the bone active, so we get some healing. Question card. Love seeing this early. Future card rewards have 1 additional card to choose from. Not this one though. Piercing Hide, Emerald Shield Charger. Temporary Thorns could be something we could scale with. Place this card into stasis, tick, brace 2, then gain 8 block and an energy. Oh yeah, right, this braces, helps us brace as well now. But Shield Charger is always rather underwhelming if you don't have a way to put it in stasis easier. It's not terrible, it's just not too exciting. Who's our boss, by the way? Silent. So, Fragmented Gem is actually a problem against Silent. Emerald. Emerald could work. We could scale our defense if we manage to find some sort of artifact gain, although that's generally mostly on rares. If we want repeated artifact gain. So we might not have that for a while, if at all. Piercing Hide is tempting. We just got past Gremlin Knob, so the next elite fight is not gonna be a Gremlin Knob, so our deck can turn a bit more defensive now. The Courier. Merchant restocks cards, relics and potions. All prices are reduced by 20%. Very nice to have that one, especially early. I'm just gonna curl up here. Ruby, Speed Boost, Body Slam, Pre-Program. Speed Boost is good. Wait. Why does Guardian have Body Slam? That's literally just the Ironclad Body Slam. Okay. I mean... This deck does tend kind of defensive. Sure. I didn't even know that was a thing. Do I just want to auto-enter defensive next turn? That might be good. Oh. Yeah, it already reduced it by 2. Whoops. Well, I guess that's not bad. I mean, it was pretty good. Because defensive mode also allows us to carry over our blocks, so... Crystal Ward, another Shield Spike. I don't think we want Walker Claw. We are moving in kind of a more defensive, dexterity-based direction, and Aquamarine would help us with that. Except we're up against the Silent, so I really don't want too many of those early. How many sockets do we have to fill? Piercing Hide, Roll Attack for sure. Shield Spikes doesn't gain one. Curl Up doesn't gain a second one either. So currently we have 5 sockets to fill. We have 1 gem so far. I'm considering taking another Shield Spikes or just a Tourmaline. While... I'll take another Shield Spike. The high brace amount is pretty valuable as well. I should try to take a damage. 1 point of damage here in this fight. If possible. If possible, not much more than that. This is a good defense here. I should probably have defended to keep the block for the next turn. Because we do have that benefit while we are in defensive mode. I'm gonna go for the backliner here. So we can finish this fight pretty easily now. Colorless Potion, happy to have it. There's another Aquamarine. Charge Core. Oh, new art on that. Nice. Priming shot, deal 8 damage, brace 3 socket. I don't think that's really what we want. I wouldn't hate a second roll attack. But there might be a few too many 2 costs. But these 2 costs are pretty impactful, so that's not bad. I really want to try to pick up Aquamarines later rather than now. Because I really don't want them against the Silent at all. I will take a second roll attack. Another merchant fight? Sure. This is not a body slam turn. I forgot to take 1 damage there. Well, I guess we take 3 here. And then we trigger the meat. Ah, no body slam. Well, that's still okay. Not happy about this merchant fight, to be honest. Even though we do have the courier, we probably won't be able to afford much at all. Gain 7 block. Place this card into stasis. When this leaves stasis, increase its block by 3 and set its cost back to 1. Yep, I'm gonna take that. No longer has a socket though. What's the upgrade on it? Just 2 more block by base and then 1 more scaling. We are just short of being able to afford a preserved insect, but I see a quartz here, which I kind of want. Somewhat want. The problem with the quartz is we have a very expensive deck. We don't need that much draw to spend our energy efficiently. Sentry Blast. It's a bit less exciting now than it used to be, but it's still a good pickup if we don't make use of our stasis slots very well. Except that it's super bad against the Silent. Feel like the Silent might be a bit too restrictive. Unless she was changed, which is also possible. Spire Protocol. I'm not sure if these while in defensive mode powers are any good anymore. But they might still be. I'm gonna pick up the quartz and then leave. Time to socket some gems. Quartz probably wants to be in a cheaper card like Piercing Hide. While we can put Fragmented Gem pretty much anywhere. It's gonna go on a roll attack here. I do think we want Stasis Field upgraded. We want Body Slam upgraded, but not yet, because I want it to be 1 cost against the Silent. I feel like Piercing Hide is a decent upgrade. Good mix of offensive and defensive power. But honestly, it should be Stasis Field, because we're gonna play this card a lot. Just because of the fact that he comes back over and over again. I think this is roll attack curl up. How difficult is this fight gonna be for us? I really want this roll attack to activate in defensive mode. The easiest way to do that is to do roll attack strike, let the enemy hit us into defensive mode, and then we have a decent chance of drawing it. But it's not guaranteed, so I could also just shield spike strike and then No, I think I'm gonna go with the roll attack. Curl up for the immediate defensive mode here. This is almost full defense. I'm gonna drink a colorless potion. This is exactly what I was looking for. It was literally this one card that I wanted. Now our goal is obviously to kill everyone with Hand of Greed. We'll see how possible this is. Draw last. Oh well. Nice. Another Hand of Greed kill. And the stasis field will always be up when this enemy is attacking, which is pretty great. We do need to draw through our entire deck to get back to Hand of Greed, but with the stasis field there's absolutely no threat at all. Just setting them up so we can Hand of Greed them through the metallicize buff, through the block they gain from it. Should have played Piercing Hype first. Now I can play it, otherwise I might draw Hand of Greed. That stasis field is interesting. Meal ticket, whenever you enter a shop, heal 15 HP. We now have very good shop synergy. Time bomb. New R for that as well. Looks good. I like it. Place this card into stasis. When this card would leave stasis, deal 22 to all enemies. Volatile. Clone. Place this card into stasis. Accelerate. Is there a card we really want to clone? Oh yeah, stasis field. Considering that we have stasis field on half our turns, maybe. Although putting a yeah, they will be synchronized. They will no, not if we upgrade the clone to accelerate once. Maybe that's what we do. Try to clone stasis field? And just have amazing scaling defense. And then use body slam for harder fights. Maybe. Could very well be how we go about things in this run. Should have drawn first, then the fight will be over, but this should be fine. Tourmaline Emerald Priming Shot and another Body Slam. If I pick a gem now, I can't socket it before we fight the Silent, and I'm pretty much afraid of the Silent more than any other boss on the first floor. And I'm a bit worried our damage might be lacking. But we'll see. Thorns are certainly great against her. So I'm not that worried about that fight. We managed to optimize our health with the meat on the bone. This is a skip, I think. None of these really make sense to me at the moment. Okay, silent. Main problem, whenever you play a 0-cost card, if Silent has less than 7 cards in hand, she gains a Shiv plus Shuriken. The fact that she not only punishes us by playing this Shiv at us, but the fact that these Shivs also generate strength for her is very scary. I could play the Crystal Shiv here. She's not gonna get strength, so it's only gonna be a 4 damage punish. And if I play Piercing Hide, not even that, then I lose 6 damage because I deal 2 with the Thorns. It costs 0 this turn. Well, if any turn where we can really use this, then it's the first. Gain 5 block at the end of each turn while in defensive mode. That's only gonna trigger once for entering defensive mode. While in defensive mode, raise your strength by 2, brace 10. That's even less useful for us. Now this is 4 damage, this is 8. Still go with this one. But we managed to turn these shifts of her into some extra damage for us, so that's nice. I really want to Shield Spikes Body Slam, but that just doesn't work out. Let's see if we can find something that helps us here. Piercing Hide works. Gives her another Shiv, but we already have the block, so that's not too bad. And we gain some more spikes as a nice benefit. No! I forgot. I wanted to clone it. Well, it's not that important just yet. I should have cloned it. I definitely should have. Maybe I'll clone it later. For team block, that's good enough. Footwork Infinite Blades, sure. I am giving her an extra Shiv here. Do I Piercing Hide to prevent the damage from it, or do I strike for the damage? I think we need to press damage. We need to raise her. Also, we're close to our next mode shift. Now she starts really putting out damage. This is 5 shift this turn. The first 3 will hit for 5. The last 2 will hit for 6 each, so it's 27 damage. She'll also gain a strength for future turns. Can I activate shield spikes this turn? Yeah, I can. You know what? That's 5 attacks. This is 20 damage with the 4 temporary thorns. I'm okay with letting the stasis field go to our discard now. Just because this is so much damage. 9 spikes. That's 45 damage just from these shifts she throws at us. This turn will be a bit easier to handle. There is a body slam. This is 12 damage. This is 16 damage. So we definitely should go with the roll attack instead. And I think we're okay. Although there's another 6 times 5, that's 30 plus 2 for the last 2, 32 damage incoming this turn. And we don't have a lot of defense, nor can we get the kill here. We can't even do any damage through the block. But we will get into defensive mode next turn, so we might be okay. There's another 5 shift turn. But luckily, not only do we have the defense, but she will actually die to that damage. Oh no! She generated enough block to live, but yeah, that fight is really, really scary. I think that's a bit too much. Exhaust all gems and all socketed cards, 10 damage to a random enemy for each gem in those cards. Spheric shield, gain 15 block brace, 20. Goes up to 20 block brace, 30. That would certainly be very, very nice with a body slam deck. But there's also Onyx, and that would allow us to start scaling decks with a simple emerald. I have to. The scaling is important. Because we have anti-scaling built in, the longer the fight goes on, the more brace do we take to enter defensive mode. I think that scales up a bit too quickly. Like, instead of 10 each time it triggers, maybe it could go up by 5 instead or something. That would be a bit more manageable. Because otherwise defensive mode decks are just having a hard time, I think. Well, out of these relics, I think losing potions is the bigger deal than all enemies having a strength, especially in a defensive deck like this. And not being able to smith is a big downside when we have these body slams that really need to be 0 cost. Yeah, let's move on to the intruders in the city. We are fighting Defect this time around. This Defect was the one with the bronze orbs, right? We can see them here on the side. So some AoE damage would be nice. If we could just enter defensive mode more easily, that would help. With the shield spikes providing thorns, but even more importantly the roll attack, dealing large amounts of damage to everyone. We already have the green key. I think I do want to go for a couple of elite fights. Maybe not all 4 we can get, but at least I want to get these first 2 and see where we stand at that point. I'm also going to dodge the merchants because I do want to break the keys, so I will spend my gold on that. Twin Slam might honestly be cut from the deck, but we could just put the Onyx into the Twin Slam and another gem in there, the Emerald for example, but I think I'll go with Curl Up instead. Now Curl Up is becoming an important part of the deck, but I think that was always gonna be the case if we build around Body Slam. Let's see what these question marks have in store for us. Remove all strikes, gain 5 bites, lose 24 max HP. That adds 1 more card to the deck, but gives us some sustain. We already have meat on the bone, so I'm gonna refuse. Remove all strike, receive 3 upgraded tackles. Now this removes a card from the deck, but gives us a lot more damage. And damage is what we're currently lacking. These tackles deal 16. 3 damage to yourself we can sometimes use to trigger defensive mode as well. I like it. And finally the beggar, who we could punch for 100 gold. Or souls rather. Or we could get a removal on a defend perhaps. I'm gonna remove a defend here. I think now we're in a pretty good spot in terms of deck size. We didn't get any new cards. Well, we got the tackles from these question marks, but we removed quite a few cards, so that's nice. Start with a roll attack crystal shift just to get rid of some plated armor on the enemy. And then let's defend with piercing height defend. Maybe we find something better to do. We don't. These body slams really need an upgrade though. Let's clone this Stasis Field. I think this turn is roll attack curl up. Or maybe roll attack shield spikes. Okay. Aquamarine, Temporal Shield, Harden and Ancient Attack. Most of these fit our deck pretty well. Temporal Shield will almost always draw a card. Harden requires us to be in defensive mode, which is a rough requirement, but it's a 1 cost 12 block 2 thorns, permanent thorns this time around. I honestly kind of want to cut Twin Slam. It's just not cutting it. So gems are a bit less exciting for us. Do I want a Temporal Shield? Upgrades to draw 2, right? 10 block 2 cards if you have a card in Stasis. Yeah, I think that's a good card to have. It's time to go down the path to our first elite fight this floor. I'm gonna clone the Body Slam. Play the Temporal Shield for some defense. 15... Kinda want the 21 from the... Actually 26 from the roll attack here. Curl up shield spikes. Maybe... Yeah, the 4 temporary thorns after the curl up is really good. With the artifact preventing the loss of the thorns. So we keep our 4 thorns for the rest of the fight. I think we should go pretty aggressive here. There will be Piercing Height, Stasis Field, Tackle, Twin Strike, Body Slam. Maybe not Stasis Field, maybe another Tackle instead. Yeah, that worked out very well. Molotov, apply 30 Soul Burn, seems nice. Another upgraded roll attack, Incinerate. Accelerate, and another gem slot, that might be good. Do we care though? I don't think we care enough. I think we skip. Strawberry, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 7. I will instead raise my max HP by 10 by breaking this Sapphire key later on. Slavers. Do like the immediate Stasis Field setup. We might be forced to go aggressive against the backliner here and just body slam tackle them. Just take the damage. Because if the backliner makes us vulnerable, that's really rough. We do now have the Meat on the Bone active. Ooh, double roll attack. I mean, while we're in defensive mode, yes please. We're also fully defended this turn. Next turn we'll have the Stasis Fields helping us out. That was a very effective fight. Turnip, you can no longer become frail. With a defensive deck such as this, very useful. Armored Protocol. That might make sense in this deck. If there was a way to increase the duration of defensive mode, that would be very neat. Well, there is a way. You can just add on more brace and trigger it while you're already in it. That will extend it. But I'm not sure if that's what we want to do here. Do we scale decks or do we scale thorns? I think we want to scale decks. Yeah, because of the body slams. So I don't think Tourmaline is what we want. We can already scale thorns with the piercing hide and sometimes the shield spikes. If that's what is necessary. Priming shock could be good. It's a way to gain brace. It also has a socket. Do we need more damage cards? Not really. Feel like we have a decent balance right now, and mostly we are looking to increase our power, which priming shot kinda does, but not very well. What was our first boss? Silent? I don't know what happens to Niao with the first boss Silent. I feel like we skipped this. What about reroute? We could reroute the curl up, helping us gain more artifact as well. Yeah, reroute is actually too good to skip here. Hire the bandits with a meal ticket or fight them to gain the red mask? Do I want the bandits? That's gonna help us on the Act 3 boss, which is actually a relevant fight now. But I don't like losing the meal ticket, although we do have the meat on the bone, so we could reasonably lose the meal ticket here. We're not a fast deck, so the first turn weaken is nice, but not critical. Fine, I'll hire them. At the start of the third boss combat, red mask bandits will assist you. Roll attack. Tackle the other one. Feel like we need this damage. I feel like this fight is gonna be rough. Maybe I want to use the spiked energy drink to muddle my 2 cost cards here. Yeah, that gives me a lot more options. Maybe I should have body slammed before that. Well, definitely should have. I think we'll enter defensive mode after we lose our block. But we'll see. Yep, that's what happens. Definitely shield spikes. Do we clone the stasis field or the body slam? Either could be good. The boss is not gonna attack next turn, but he might attack in 2 turns time. Although we just kill them by that point. Taking the 6 is actually good here. So I probably should take the 6 damage now. I end up dealing more damage that way. And I will always have the body slam to win next turn. We get the meat on the bone, so we are actually at 50 now. instead of being at 44. Pennip, every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That's potentially very good with Body Slam. I like the Garnet here. Also don't mind the Quartz, but I think I like the Garnet even better. We have no Vulnerable yet, and Vulnerability is a decent way to increase our damage output. I think I want to go for more elites. This one for sure. We're healthy enough. Heal 30 for 50 souls, that's tempting. Makes the next elite fight much easier. Max HP does matter to us, but losing 20 HP now makes this elite fight very dangerous, especially as I'm low on potions. I'm gonna play it safe and take the heal. We do want a piercing hide for block and spikes. I think I will also shield spikes and then just deal the damage with a single body slam. Reroute shield spikes. Clone shield spikes. Then reroute shield spikes. I guess. Mostly because I have nothing better I can do here. And honestly this is pretty good. We block all but 1 damage. Deal a couple with the spikes. Game all block this turn. Yeah, the 25 is definitely worth taking an additional 8 here, additional 3 here. It's a large enough hit. Like the spikes here. I guess we just try to block as much as possible and then body slam the enemy. Shield spikes, shield spikes, shield spikes. That's a lot of block we don't need. Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. Like it. Amethyst. Making enemies lose strength. Probably not. I also don't think I want Revenge Protocol. What does it upgrade to? Raises strength by 3? Sure, that's okay. But not for us. Do we really turn down the Amethyst? Garnet goes into reroute maybe? We still need Dex Gem. Maybe we keep the Twin Slam around after all and actually take the Amethyst. Let's start with a piercing hide. I will actually reroute Garnet. No. Probably not. I think I will reroute the defend. Really? Is that what I'm doing? Probably should reroute Garnet, to be honest. I lose the Garnet in fact on the reroute though. Reroute shield spikes? No, that takes too long, right? I really wish the enemy was attacking this turn. Then I would easily reroute shield spikes. Let's go for the damage then. We have Pennip active. We are weakened though. Strength reduction is good. Can we enter defensive mode? We can. And we probably should. We take 6 damage if we enter defensive mode with 2 tackles. But it prevents 10 damage. So that's worth. We were so short, so close to killing the enemy. They lose their block though, so they will die after the second hit. That's nice. Saves us another 7 health. Refractor Beam with new art. Deal 4 damage 4 times, decrease the number of times this card hits by 1 this combat. Can be upgraded any number of times. I really like it and I want one early. I do want an Aquamarine, but do I want it now? With no way to socket it before the boss? I think we'll be pretty okay against the boss anyway, so I'm gonna take it. And it's not an awful card. It's a 0 cost that blocks for 4. And we oftentimes spend our energy with fewer cards. So this turn is troublesome. We can shield spikes to enter defensive mode next turn, which is a turn too late. That's 36 block though. So we would be fully defended. That's actually fine then. And I guess it's basically what we have to do here. Now comes a buff. Roll attack. 21 damage. Almost good enough. That's definitely happening. I kinda want the artifact and the brace. And we are in... No, we don't get the brace. We get the block actually. Which makes this body slam much more relevant. This guy will die to spikes. And we keep the 14 block. Don't have a body slam this turn though. Anything we want to clone here? I think we want to start with draw. We keep 2 permanent spikes. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna clone the Garnet. I want to keep the vulnerability up on the enemy. I could just nuke these guys with the tackle and the body slam. Yeah, I think this fight will go on for a while longer, so that's worth it. Although we have Penib now, so... Well, Penib and vulnerability is a nice combo. So much for this fight going on for longer. Bird phase turn, whenever you play a power card, heal 2 HP. We don't have power cards yet. Orb support. That's not bad. Recover, gain 5 block, brace 3, place a card from your discard pile into stasis. I like it. I think that's what I want to go with. Yeah. Helps us use our stasis slots a bit better. Helps us brace. Helps us scale up our body slam because it is block. Start with stasis field, temporal shield. Curler body slam. Roll attack body slam. Yeah, probably roll attack body slam. Just delete one of them. Oops. Piercing hide happens. Shield spikes as well, and then I clone the other one. Even though that one is probably too late. Might still be relevant. Let's reroute the recover. No, actually a tackle. Don't want to play the recover at all. Can I not use the bodies, the pen nib? Not really. There's the gem we were looking for this entire time. I'll take it. This fight might be a bit rough with this many unsocketed gems in the deck, but we'll see. Gains 1 artifact at the end of its turn if it did not already have artifact. Right. And he's playing a claw deck. So we are a little bit on a timer, but it's not too rough. Reroll Piercing Hide. And then roll attack for the damage. Well, recover tackle is just as good in terms of damage. I want the vulnerability again next turn, just so I can deal with these orbs really quickly. I might also use the explosive potion to finish an orb next turn. Took a little bit of damage, but not too much, so that's fine. We haven't had the artifact, the curl up yet. So this dex is truly temporary. Unless I clone it. What are these enemies gonna fish for? Uncommons. Stasis Field. Stasis Field is definitely one that will always be taken here. Definitely Garnet. 19 damage. Body Slam isn't great this turn. Do I really clone the Emerald just to gain a dex next turn? I mean, it's not even guaranteed, so no. Feel like cloning right now might be a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't clone at all at the moment. Just finish that one orb. $54 block on the enemy. Good thing I don't intend to attack them. Well. Can I finish the orb without playing the roll attack? With just Twin Slam, Body Slam, that's 52 damage. 56 damage. Yep. That means I can put up the Stasis Field. I will also not lose my block because I'm in defensive mode this turn. But I did not draw into Body Slam. Well, I couldn't because there was none. Temporal Shield. Recover. Let's curl up, recover the curl up. Just to stack some artifact. Remove the enemy's artifact, even though they just gain it back, so it doesn't really matter. They didn't gain it back at the end of its turn if it did not already have artifact. Don't quite understand why that's the case. Hyper Beam. Oh, they gain it back during their turn, right? I bet they probably lost it during their turn. That must be it. We need some block this turn. That Hyper Beam is otherwise looking pretty scary. Brace 8. That will do. Brace 3 won't quite be enough. I'm still gonna go with the Piercing Hide. Potentially drawing into something nice. Yeah, Body Slam is very nice. I will also tackle. That's a good chunk of damage. We'll take 12 here, that's fine. They did lose 4 focus, so their Frost Orb is now useless. Guess Curl Up is good block. Then I guess we roll attack. That's 30 damage. We do have this Aquamarine as well. Now we could have stacked up a bit of block while we were in defensive there. There's another Hyper Beam, but we have double Stasis. Should have played the Emerald first. Whoops. But the Dex is permanent now at least. And then reroute Body Slam. Oh, that's actually almost lethal already. That's nice. We do not full heal, so let's block the damage here. Smoke Bomb! Escape from a non-boss combat, receive no reward. Oh, Citrine. Gain an energy, that's really helpful. Deal 10 damage, perform the following 2 times. That would be nice if we had Citrine already. We have 4 gems right now. 2 of them go into Twin Slam, 1 goes into Roll Attack, and 1 goes into Reroute. So we don't even have a slot for Citrine. And neither Twin Slam nor Curl Up gain additional slots on upgrade, nor does Roll Attack. Piercing Hide doesn't either, and Reroute. Nope. So if I pick up the Citrine, I need another socket. Or I just cut a gem, like don't use one of these. I think the Citrine is just too good in what we are currently doing. We have a lot of expensive cards after all. Upon pickup, lose 2 stasis slots, gain an energy at the start of your turn. No, I don't think I can do that. Runic Pyramid isn't bad, it's actually really good in a Body Slam deck. Idol of Retromation. Also, definitely a good choice. There are some neat interactions with Idol of Retromation Stasis cards. So I will use that. At least I think that there is synergy there. I kinda wanna finish the Merchant off. Even if it does cost us an elite or even 2. Can we finish the Merchant off though? Well, I guess in 2 fights we'll be able to, yeah. So if we go the left path, we only get 1 elite at the very end and 1 rest site. But that's fine. Let's break the Sapphire for another 10 max HP and then Citrine into Reroute. No, Citrine into Roll Attack. Basically reducing the cost of that one by 1. Vulnerability for the Reroute and then temporary Dex into Twin Slam together with the Aquamarine. And we'll see, maybe we find another slot for the Amethyst. Upgrade the clone so we can actually do our stasis shield thingy. Sometimes. What do we do here? Let's start with the Piercing Hide. Incoming is 22, so we need 4 more block if we don't want to take any damage. Recover can get us there. Does Roll Attack immediately revert its cost? It does. It says for 1 this turn, but... we could also just double tackle the backliner and be fully defended. That's probably the best move at the moment. Temporary Dex Crystal Ward is a nice synergy. Not huge though. I need all the block I can get here. I'm saving 11 HP by using the explosive pot. Fine. Clone the stasis field and accelerate it immediately. Now we have these stasis fields slightly set off, so we gain 1 every turn. And that's really helpful for consistent blocking. Obviously also very nice for body slams. It's time to apply vulnerability and slam away. Nuke these guys. Next turn we have another stasis field body slam coming up. That was good. When Steam, that could be another way we use gems. And having another source of vulnerability would actually be nice. Shield Charger is now a bit better because we have the recover. I'm not sure if I want Van Steam. I think I do. I think I actually do. Hey John, welcome! You've come at the right time, because we are playing a curl-up deck. Kinda. To some degree at least. Do I want the yeah, I want the damage now. Sorry to hear that, John. I hope you can relax a bit. Quartz! Emergency, another upgraded body slam. Yeah, as much as I like the quartz, I think the upgraded body slam is what I really want. Oh, the designer and Spire. Haven't seen this event a whole lot, but it's nice. Let's lose 8 HP to deal with the bandit, so we can enter the shop to upgrade 2 random cards, transform 2 random cards, or remove a card and upgrade a random card. Honestly, what I want here are upgrades mostly. I don't feel like removals and transforms are what we really need at this point. Let's gain the upgrades on a defend and a body slam. That's good. The body slam especially. The defend isn't bad either, because we can translate that block into damage. We start with the reroute. What do we reroute? The body slam probably? Then we should start with the defend. Let's also curl up for the artifact and brace. Yeah, the 3.0 patch changed a huge amount of stuff. Let's enter defensive mode. And then shield spikes for the temporary thorns, among other things. And then a doubled up body slam. Yeah, we're doing some good damage here. Now we have 7 spikes. That's another 35 damage. What can we recover here? A body slam? A reroute? Reroute won't be there in time. The only thing we can really recover here is a body slam. Let's just max out the damage we do this turn. It's not gonna be quite enough for the kill. But we'll definitely get there next fight with the merchant. Sapphire, Ruby, Suspension, went Steam. What's the second one we want in the red Steam besides the Amethyst? Is it a Sapphire? It might be a Sapphire. Just because we do care about bracing. But I think we can find something better. Can we? There won't be that many opportunities to find something better. I'll take the Sapphire. It's okay. Well, that's a membership card. On top of the courier. Guardian Whirl. Pretty hard to use, but potentially very powerful. 3 attacks in a single turn. How often do we do that? Quite often actually, because these body slams are 0 cost attacks. I don't think Orichalcum is what we want. Do we want a card removal? These prices are so cheap. I'll take the Ornamental Fan and move on. A Transient. Let's start by cloning a Stasis Field just so we have guaranteed block ready at every turn. And then Vulnerability and some damage. I guess we'll take 2. That's acceptable. I think this is Stasis Field and then reroute the Shield Spikes. That might come in a bit too late, but I want to play the Shield Spikes before the Body Slam anyways. Recover doesn't really have a target anymore. Let's just... Oh, we enter defensive mode, so we keep our block. That's nice. That should have been a Body Slam first. That was much more damage. That was good damage though. Now if damage just mattered against this enemy. I think I want to brace before I curl up. And we curl up, keeping our spikes at the end of turn, even though spikes don't matter at all against this enemy. Giant Body Slam. I should have kept my pen nip. Oh well. Regen Potion. Gain 5 regen. Very nice. Armor Protocol. I don't want a Sentry Blast. Armor Protocol could be nice in this deck, but I think I'll skip it. Even with this deck, we're not in defensive mode that often. Blank card. At the start of each combat, play a copy of a random card from your deck. Sure. Pretty much everything will be quite beneficial. Although, no, even a Body Slam will do some damage, right? We have Anchor. I don't think I want to clone anything here. Shield Spike will put me in defensive mode. That's full block. Time to put a stasis field up there. We need some more block. Recover can help with that. And we just win. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. Sure, happy to have it. Repulsor. Becomes 1 cost on upgrade. Do we want that just for the final boss? We're up against Watcher. I'm not afraid of Watcher. I'll take the Repulsor in preparation for Niao. Fine. I'll spend the penny. Emerald Time Bomb Shield Spikes Plus. Emergency. If anything, it would be the Shield Spikes Plus, but it's really hard to justify taking another Shield Spikes here. Let's buy some relics. Pantograph is nice. I really like Pantograph. Compile package. Love the art. Heart is sending us a little care package. I don't think it fits very well into this deck, but it's a generally powerful card, so it wouldn't be bad. But what I really want here is the blind. We have no weakness in the entire deck. And this gives us a good source of it. I will take a Pantograph. Do I want a white beast statue? Or a Noma Mori? Can we even... Well, we're going to 2 more question marks, maybe 4 more question marks. I'll take Lee's Waffle. The start of your turn gain counter equal to the amount of block lost. Oh man! That's good. Nunchaku, every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. Do we want that, or do we want to card remove here? We could remove a defense or a tackle, reasonably. I'll take the Nunchaku. We're just going with the relics here. Ooh. Upgrade all cards, lose Heart Blessings and 10 max HP. That could be worth it. We have a bunch of unupgraded cards. Not that many, to be honest. A rare relic is another option. I kind of like this option, to be honest. We lose a strength at Dex. So some of these cards will definitely be weaker. Dex does kind of bother me. But I think it's not that big of a deal. What do we upgrade? We upgrade a roll attack, 2 shield spikes, a twin slam, a piercing height, a defend, a curl up, a recover, a blind, which is pretty important. The repulsor definitely needs to be upgraded. Yeah. Let's get these upgrades. Chest. Red candle. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, applied to soul burn. We still need a rest site. We need to socket these gems. We can go for the 2 more question marks. Let's put that in there and that one as well. And we don't have anything to upgrade right now, so rest it is. Definitely stasis field here. Incoming is 25. We can't quite kill the backliner, so we're better off curling up here. Oh, that was actually... Ah, it's the thing now. Right. Wait, no, it was already enough, even if it weren't upgraded. Only 9 counter? Didn't we lose more block? Gaining counter equal to the amount of block lost. Huh. Oh, the amount of block left over? Not the amount of block lost, but the amount of block you still have. That makes sense. Supply some weakness. I thought it referred to the amount of block the enemies destroyed with their damage. Incoming is 24, so we have all the block we need. We should go for some damage instead. This is also damage. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage actually. Nice. Nunchaku and Penny are both at 8 now. Recover Temporal Strike, Suspension Ruby. I think this is skip. Giant Head. Okay. We set up the Pennip. There was almost 200 damage on turn 1. No defense this turn. We can brace 8. We can brace exactly 8. We gain a crystal ward though. So we do have some defense at least. Might not be a whole lot, but... Alright, we also triggered on an ornamental fan, so things are actually looking okay. Supply these debuffs. And end this with the big hits. We should be able to get a kill now, right? Yeah, with the body slam. Huh? What did I just play? Oops, I played the body slam. I wanted to play the stasis field into temporal shield. Oh well. Not a problem. Oh, we had 46 counter. Yeah, these deflecting bracers are great. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP when you enter a rest side. I will also drop the Smoke Bomb for an Essence of Steel. Another Citrine. Can we find any way to fit that in? No, sadly not. Bronze Armor then. Gain an artifact, brace 10, exhaust. That does work well. A final transient. Let's curl up. Repulsor just for the heal and then get their strength down. I will reroute a blind. Clone the roll attack. It did actually use the decreased cost, nice. That wasn't very well ordered, but it's good enough. I want more body slams. Bronze armor twin slam to keep the decks. Whoops, missed a crystal shift there. I do actually want to play attacks, so I get closer to my next Nunchaku and Penny procs. That was good enough. I think our deck is very good. Snack oil, I might even take that. Shield charger, orb support, recover. I think this is a skip. Nope, I won't. It's time for work, boys. 30 damage. -2 dex. And 2 weaken. Oh, and another 30 damage, right? Not bad, not bad. Good start. Actually, that was 80 damage in total. 80 damage, -2 dex, and 2 weaken. That's very nice. Do I reroute the body slam here? I think so. Should have started with that actually. Should have started with the defend actually. Whoops. And tackle. We're gonna be pretty fast at killing this Watcher. So I don't mind them keeping a little bit of mantra over the turns. As long as we don't let them enter Divinity too early, this should be fine. I want to draw. Oh, 2 body slams. Well, I guess that's what we go for this turn. Can't play the blind, otherwise they enter Divinity. I don't care. Doesn't matter. They can enter Divinity all they want. I am just gonna body slam them. Poor Watcher. That was a very one-sided fight. I really didn't need the assistance of the contract at all. Would have taken me a bit longer though. This guy though, the merchant, they are scary. With those bombs. I'm gonna clone a body slam. Artifact and twin slam. No damage incoming this turn. So we can prepare by using the defensive mode as a blur. More body slams. Yeah, I want a body slam next turn. We have a 47 block lead here. Also, this counter thingy is ridiculous. That's so much extra damage. We're so close to entering another defensive mode. Just one more energy would do it. I think I just want the damage now from double body slam. And if they dare to attack us, we will counter them hard. Reroute the roll attack here, I think. Should have played the wind steam first though. Yeah, Body Slam is pretty good. Rod of Bolstering Flame. The first time you play a power card each combat gains 6 block and a strength. That's very nice. That will be an exploit chance. Honestly, Ancient Power is not bad. X and Artifact. We can still upgrade it before the boss fight. I'll take it. Let's see what we can do with our 117. We could buy this dab branch, but I don't want that dab branch. I really don't want Strange Spoon against Niao because of the curses. Although most of them aren't a problem, but a few of them are. Trip? I don't think we need Trip. Another body slam. We could upgrade it instead of the ancient power. Or just pair. Pair is pretty unexciting, but it might be good enough. Polishing oil, enter defensive mode for 1 round. That is probably better than a regen potion. I wonder. I'll just take the pair. I'll keep the regen potion over a draw potion as well. And I don't think I want any of these cards. Or do we have a slot left for the Tourmaline? We don't. Yeah, this is fine. Which of these do we upgrade? Actually, the cost reduction on the ancient power is not that important. I'll take the additional artifact on the bronze armor. Onwards to Niao. First up, the Silent. The Silent is somewhat scary. We really want to kill them fast. Because they are scaling crazy with the deck I have now. But we do kill them very, very fast. I will even play the blind. So they take more spikes damage. Definitely want to set up the repulsor. We need to play flawed. Icky is optional. Let's play the body slam because we do get the energy back from it. Twin slam is... yeah, I'm gonna play the Icky but not the slimed because I gain the dex from the twin slam. See what the ancient power gives us. Time capacitor, that won't be very useful. We don't have to play that right now. Incoming is 14. Double block. Then start focusing on the top liner. Ah! Yeah, that one died to counter. That was nice. We built up a huge amount of counter there. Do we keep the clone around? Wait, actually the stasis shield is in here. If we can get that kill. We can't though. Maybe I should just clone something else then. Clone a shield spikes. That will almost certainly be used in defensive mode, so we could keep the 6 temporary thorns with the artifact if we don't play piercing height this turn. Instead use this one. Now we can't roll attack though. Unless we do want to go into defensive mode right away. This is... okay, we'll go into defensive mode. I don't care about those measly spikes. Our artifact got used up anyways by now. The orb is gonna die, so we can start focusing on the defect. Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. Oh, we had the ethereal curse in that hand. I didn't notice until the tackle exhausted. This is good. We have a lot of block and 2 body slams. Nice. Also, we'll gain 58 counter here. Can we get an artifact? We can't. Not this turn. I do want to set this back up. And then just do the damage. Rear out the roll attack. Watcher is probably the scariest one out of them, but we've already proven that we can deal with that Watcher. Six thorns. Thorns are not that useful against this Watcher. But I'll keep the block around, and there are still body slams, all 3 in the deck, so that's good. We can even line up the pennies here. $129, not half bad. We also have 143 counter right now. Might as well weaken them. And we should be able to win now. Okay, yeah, the brace amount is actually reasonably manageable. We don't need a lot of block. We can just focus on dealing damage and play one solid block card like a shield spikes. Yeah, these deflecting bracers are providing an immense amount of damage to us. Whenever you play a 0 cost card, you take 4 damage. That's actually pretty fair. Choose a card to place into stasis. I want stasis field and clone in my hand. I don't want them in stasis. What even is doing that? It must be the blank card, but what is the blank card playing that puts a card... Oh, clone! It's playing clone! So do we just clone stasis field again? That was a bad idea. Because now they are synchronized. Whoops. But I guess if we time it well, that can still be very good. Bewildered is a no-go. Yeah, I messed that up. Huh. Do want that repulsor online. I am willing to take some damage to get that. Yeah, we do play these. Because we are in defensive mode, so they stay around. Piercing Height and Temporal Shield are all ethereal, as are all these stasis fields. That's really bad. I think I want to keep Piercing Height over Temporal Shield. Let's go for giant amounts of block here. Then we will also keep around and gain counter for. Ah, Bewilder got burned out, that's very nice. Any of these ethereal? Yeah, all the stasis fields. I want to keep playing these. They are how I'm scaling my body slam. This time is shield spike. I guess went. Although we can put vulnerable on the enemy. They do have the ancient construct now against 2 artifacts at the start of your turn if she has no artifact, so that's a bit of a problem. Can't really make her vulnerable very well, unless we reroute and Vent Steam. But then we can't play both block cards, which we really want to do. Not just for the block, it's also good damage and it's good brace. As well. I think we're on a good path here. The next good body slam turn will finish this. Oh, now they are desynced again, thanks to Idol of Retromation. How do they gain more than one artifact? I guess there are... Curse attack gives them artifact? No, they have 2 stacks of Ancient Construct. Okay. Why do they have 2 stacks of that? Huh. That seems weird. 4 brace, that's not enough to enter this turn, so I'm not even gonna try. This turn we can enter though. And we probably want to enter with a roll attack, so we can use the curler for actual block. And then we win by countering the enemy. Nice, nice. This was a good deck. I like the inclusion of Body Slam in the Guardian. That makes so much sense with the new defensive mode. Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder what left the pool for Body Slam. Or, no, maybe nothing left the pool. I saw them talking about that, about some classes having fewer commons than they should have. So maybe they just added Body Slam on top of everything else. Maybe I can see something that's missing though. Crystal Ray, I think that one has had its name and art changed, so... But I do remember this effect. Jewel Beam or something? Not sure. It was definitely a beam card though. Yeah, I probably won't recognize if there is indeed a card that has been replaced with Body Slam. But yeah, the defensive Guardian is really awesome. Do like it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I certainly had a lot of fun with this round.